today, I want to pick up where we left off on the last video. I want to talk a little bit more about the tabernacle of the testimony, and I want to show you another way that we know the martyred church and the martyred Israeli Jews are linked. Now, in Matthew 24:24, it says, "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come." Okay, many people think that the church is going to fill that great commission. So they don't think that Jesus is going to come for us until we're doing that all around the globe. Well, remember, Israel needs their turn at stepping into their commission. They will finish this job. See, because we're all working together. So, remember, here's what it says again. Matthew 24:14. "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come." That word testimony is another reason why when the altar and the sea of glass are combined as martyrs, they're called the tabernacle of testimony. They were testifying of Jesus Christ with their last breath. Wow. They're connected by their testimony. And it is Israel who is going to finish that great commission in Matthew 24:14. Okay, now another reason why we know the sea of glass and the altar are connected, the martyrs, is because of what's said about the martyrs. Let's look at Revelation 6:11. They had to wait and rest for a little while longer underneath the altar until the number of their brethren were killed in the same way they were. Okay, that word rest is a Greek word, Strong's number 373, and it means given rest. They are given rest. It's not something they could go take for themselves. They couldn't work it out for themselves. They couldn't schedule it in. Like I can schedule in a rest time. I can put on my calendar, I'm going to take these days off. I'm going to take this slot of time out of my day, and I'm just going to rest. Well, the martyrs, they don't get to schedule that in. When it's time for them to rest, God gives it to them. Now, for the Jewish martyrs, here's what God says about them in Revelation 14:13. "Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow with them." So again, it's the same word used with the church martyrs. They are given rest. But now look at this in Revelation 14:11. It says, "There is no rest for those who worship the beast and his image." That word, rest, is Strong's G372, Greek word. That's what that G means in the Strong's Concordance. And it means not permitted rest. So again, they can't take it for themselves. They can't schedule it in. They are never, ever given rest. Anybody who gets the mark of the beast or worships him, they will never be given rest. I just want you to think about that for a minute now. What an eternity that will be for them. They will never get to sleep. Never get to sit in a hammock and just swing. Never sit down in a lawn chair and just look at the view. No, none of that for them. There will never be rest given to them. Wow. Okay, now, another question that I had for the Lord is, well, when will the martyrs be given their bodies? Like we're given a glorified body on resurrection, Rapture Day. When will the martyrs be given their bodies? Because we see that when the martyred church, their souls rest under the altar and they're given white robes. So do they stay in those white robes for all eternity? That was my question to the Lord. And then I found it in Revelation 24. John says, I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of the testimony, the tabernacle of testimony, because of the testimony of Jesus, and because of the word of God, and those who had not worshipped the beast or his image, and had not received the mark upon their forehead and upon their hand, and they came to life and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. So they will get their resurrected bodies when Christ sets up his kingdom to reign for 1,000 years. So we get our glorified bodies before they do. Now, they might be a different body. I think we'll all maybe get different bodies, and we get that from 1 John 3:2. John writes, Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not appeared yet what we will be like. 1 Corinthians 15:41 and 42 says, Star differs from star in glory, so also is the resurrected of the dead. So we're all going to have maybe a little bit different resurrected body. Isn't that interesting? I think that will be fun to see what we all shake out to be like, right? I kind of hope I have straight hair. You know, this frizzy curly hair is just unmanageable at times. I'd like to be a little taller. Bluer eyes, that would be fun. Well, I don't think that matters, does it? Now, there's something else really fascinating I wanted to point out, and that is there's 2 times in the scriptures that we see the word temple and tabernacle in the same sentence, and it's in Revelation. We see it in Revelation 7:14-15, that passage, and Revelation 15:5. Let me read 15:5. John writes, After these things I looked, and the temple of the tabernacle of testimony in heaven was opened. So again, this proves the tabernacle of testimony is in heaven. But it says here, the temple of the tabernacle of testimony. Now, a temple speaks of a permanently placed structure, right? But the tabernacle, if you will remember the tabernacle of Moses in the wilderness, it moved around. So, whatever it's worth, I just want you to be thinking about that God's temple, once built in heaven, it will remain in heaven, in the heavenly city. That's why the whole city comes down out of heaven and is established on earth with the temple in it. But the tabernacle, that will be a group of priests who are very mobile all over the globe during Christ's millennial reign. Just a little detail I wanted to point out. Well, anyways,